honestly. I think the fourth time is going to be the charm. Okay, so I'm back. Shay, thank you so much. Thank you for coming on and letting me know that you couldn't hear me. So this is my fourth time attempting to make this video. I actually said to somebody earlier today that challenges are opportunities uh, to see what you're made out of. And I came on tonight wanting to make a video. Kind of had it in my mind all day to make a video. Thank you, thank you, Shay. You are the bestest friend. I tell you, nobody has a better friend than me. They don't have a better. No one has a better bestie than me. I don't care what they say. But I want to come on and make this video, and the fourth time it's going to work. The fourth time, and I want to come and talk about my hair tonic that I made because it was time for me to lock my hair, no, retwist my hair, and I have this natural aloe vera that my husband grew for me, and I could say that we grew it because we are one. And if he does anything, I've kind of done it by proxy because we are one. And so this was a little itsy bitsy plant, and it grew into two big old giant plants. And now we just give aloe vera away to people when they come to our house. Like, you want a piece of aloe vera? And so I decided to, after watching some hair videos, see that people use this instead of a lot of the commercial products that you see for setting your locks, because it tends to you set your locks with product, it tends to get product buildup. And because aloe vera is natural and it does have a jelly texture to it, I don't have much of it left because I put it into the jar in the first two videos, right? It doesn't have, it has a little stickiness to it. I don't like the smell of aloe vera by itself. And so I went into my mind and got the things that I know that I normally like to put on my locks, which is tea tree oil, which is a natural antiseptic. It doesn't matter what brand you get. You just want it to be 100% essential oil. You don't want it to be cut with anything. So you want to always look for essential oils 100%. That just should be a rule, because again, you don't want to start putting things on your skin with a whole lot of things in it, because if you have allergies, it's only going to exacerbate an allergy that you may have. Pure coconut oil, you can get this from any hair care store. You can get it from the grocery store. I actually got this from a hair care store, and it came right in this little container for easy scooping or whatever. And this is for hair only. This doesn't go in food. So I keep them separate. So if I have one that goes into food, it's in the kitchen. Anything that goes into my hair, it's with the hair products. Because again, I put my fingers in this. Also, I added, oh God, where did it go? Another essential oil. Oh, here it is. And I love honeysuckle. Honeysuckle reminds me of summer. When I have sunny honeysuckle, I think of summer. And I actually have a whole nice box of these because I love burning oils, essential oils in my diffuser. So I tend to burn essential oils in my diffuser. And again, if you want it, you can put it on as a fragrance. I rarely even buy a lot of perfume. I have perfume, but I'm not a big perfume wearer, especially when you talk about putting something on your skin. I tend to put oils on my skin, shea butters on my skin. I don't buy any cosmetic lotions, if you will. It's either coconut oil blended with an essential oil, shea butter with an essential oil. I would say the thing about the coconut oil, you have to worry about acne, because coconut oil will clog your pores. So if you are acne prone, I would say don't use coconut oil on your skin. Put it in your bath. You probably use it on your hair, your cuticles. But if you were prone to have hair follicles or pores that will clog, coconut oil will give you acne. And I learned that the hard way. Okay. So and if you are going to use it, make sure that you also have a scrub. So a sugar scrub, a salt scrub, something like that, so that you are detoxing, exfoliating that off often. I don't abuse my skin. I'm very careful about what I do to my skin. I had very terrible acne when I was in the bouts of becoming having hypothyroidism. And my skin has been through so much. I have a book called Made Whole, and it talks about my whole skin struggle. And I had so much acne under here. It was just totally, it was like two different people. This was so dark for me, just picking and scratching. And then I would have to camouflage with so much makeup. I just recently, I would say in the past 2 years, got to the point where I could go out without makeup or don't feel like I have to have on makeup all the time, trying to cover it. And I did light peels. I did a light peel. A very light peel. I did it once a week. Every Monday night was my night for my face to do this peel. So I actually just got another face consult, and she told me that I can actually start doing exfoliating scrubs once a week. And I would probably do those like once a month, but she was telling me that I really can do that once a week. So I have been committing to doing that on every Thursday that I scrub my face. But back to the hair, I actually made this with, again, the tea tree oil, the honeysuckle, coconut oil, and the aloe vera. And I did my twist with this. And this is just a leftover. And I plan on using this on my body. And then as I style my hair, I add this to my edges. I was saying before how my edges had gotten a little thin. And I just kind of every morning just put it on my edges and put it in my little spots that I kind of felt like were shallow out. And I'll let you see those tomorrow. I think they have improved a lot. That's my surgery scar for my brain aneurysm, y'all. And I'm not ashamed of it. This is how I used to hide that, my crazy self, but I don't hide that anymore. That's my battle scar of God's goodness. Um, what else did I tell you I was talking about? Oh, I was talking about engaging with yourself and being okay with yourself. I mean, we've been in this pandemic for a while now, so I hope you like yourself by now. But I gave an assignment to my staff, and the assignment was to go back a whole year, uh, January 13th, 2020 to January 13th, 2021, and list your accomplishments. List everything that you would say, wow, I did that. Oh, I got that done. And like really take out the calendar and say, my goodness, I was able to do, I walked every day, for a week or whatever it was, whatever you set your heart to do, that you're able to do it. Like I was able to get through a week without crying during the pandemic. I mean, that was a major accomplishment for me early on because I work in healthcare. And so we're going to go back and we're going to count that year. And then we're going to come back on that list. And then we're going to say, hey, this was the most challenging 5 things. And what did we do to overcome that? Because I think you're going to find that you're much stronger than you think. You have more in you than you ever thought you had. And sometimes it takes that reflecting, we call it counting our blessings, and, see how far that we have really come and how much we have accomplished. And I think so many people are coming out with houses and coming out with cars and husbands. And then you'll take your little thing and think it's little, but you may find in the scheme of things, it was a really big thing. And that we need to celebrate those things without a celebration. Like people, so I'm not counting my birthday because I didn't have, it was a pandemic and I couldn't have a party. Well, you're still alive, and so we need to, make sure you find some kind of way to have those little celebrations. And so on the 29th, we're having our vision board party. You're invited if you want to come. And just to kind of set goals for ourselves. And I often say, your company right now sitting in a boardroom deciding whether they're gonna keep you for another month, another year, another week, whether your job, you can go on tomorrow and say, oh, we have dissolved your job. So someone's sitting somewhere making plans about your life that you're not even involved in. The least you could do is start planning out some things for your own life, whether that is take a class or walk or drink more water, take care of your skin, journal, paint. Jay, thank you for my gift. Speaking of paint, whatever that is, write thank you notes, write poetry, like start making plans for your life. And the fun thing about when we make our vision board party for our women's group, we have accountability partners. So now that you've put it out there, you're going to have somebody looking at you saying, so, oh, how's that book going? How's that resume going? And that little kick that you may need. It's not a nagging kick, because again, you sign off for it like, oh, please nudge me. If you see me dragging my feet, and we need to have somebody in that arena. I have an accountability partner. Her name is Michelle. And we found each other because her husband used to be a musician at our church, and we just clicked. We clicked immediately. And she wanted somebody to hold her accountable. I needed somebody to hold me accountable. And so we just said, okay, you know what, let's do it. And we are just nudges of how's that going? What are you doing? I get stuck with something and need a think tank, and she'll let me think tank on her, and I'll let her think tank on me. We need that. And not so much that my friends couldn't have done that for me, but I need my friends for other things. I need my friends when I'm crying, when I'm broken, and so you can't wear your friends out for everything, right? And so you want to start bringing people around you that could support you in other areas of life that they could maybe be an expert in. I have my bestie, again, she's an accountant. I could never be an accountant. I tell her all the time, I could never be an accountant. She's like, I could never work in a hospital. Like, oh my God, it's so much, sadness all the time. But I wouldn't care where the penny came from. But an accountant cares, you've lost a penny this month. And so you talk about, getting your finances together. You need somebody who will hold you accountable to get your finances together. That you're spending too much or you're overeating, and like you're not in a confrontational way. Absolutely, Shay. We need people who would hold us accountable. And I would say, you need to check your friends. If you have a friend that lets you do whatever and eat whatever and go wherever and spend whatever and have no boundaries, and you're just steadily falling back. I have a friend right now. I'm like, you're gonna learn how to work the computer this year. Period. Don't come around me, because when you come around me, you're gonna learn how to work the computer. So just bring your computer when you come, right? Because it's something she needs to know. She's a young mom. Look at school. And I remember being in my church saying, everybody bring your smartphones to church. We're going to learn how to work our smartphones at church. Nobody was like, oh, they just drug and they came in slow and, oh, I don't know my password, all this kind of stuff. Now look at us. Now everybody's about it at the church. How do I get the app? How do I subscribe? How do I? And if we would be more proactive, we wouldn't have to be so reactive. And we would have less stress if we could be less reactive. And so I do have a beautiful project coming. It is a $6 piece of from the Dollar Tree. You are going to love it. I promise that it's coming. The only reason I don't have it on tonight is because it's sitting on my floor and it's not glued together, because I need popsicle sticks. And I put one together, didn't like it because I thought it was missing something to give it that reinforcement. So when I take my hair down and show you my beautiful, nice luster locks, hopefully they don't all come up at the same time. I'm going to actually bring that video back to you because it'll be ready by then. I think you're going to love it. $6, and it's going to fill a wall. If you have a blank wall, you don't know what to do with it, and it's like, oh, what do I do with that space? I'm actually thinking about taking this chandelier down and putting one behind me. I'm not sure. I like the chandelier. Well, I could change it, and then I could bring the chandelier back. It's my chandelier. But I'm looking at my curtains in my office. I'll give you a tour of my office. I'm getting it together because you haven't seen a tour of my new work space craft room. It's coming together. I've had some trials and tribulations with it because I never had to really deal with having work and home be together. I've always worked in a hospital setting, whether it was patient based or office based. So to have these things merge in my house kind of brought me down a little bit. I got a little depressed, and I wasn't even making things because I was just doing so much work in here. And I had coworkers getting sick, and I had patients dying, and doctors, getting sick. And I just couldn't find a craft space. And my niece texted me the other day and says, how are you feeling? And I was like, oh, I think I'm okay. I feel like my crafter is coming back. And if I can find the crafter in me, then I know if I can do something with my hands, I know that I will be okay, that's me. I'm coming back, because I think if I can go and change a room around, hang some curtains, freshen up a room or freshen up a space, that brings me joy. And again, with the year that we had last year, we got to find those little things that bring us joy. So thank you so much for bearing with me as I do the fourth take of this video. Shay, you are the best of the best of best friends in the whole world. So thank you for checking me and letting me know that I could not be heard for the 3 times. I appreciate you and I love you. And I'll talk to you guys real soon. Have a good night.